Hi everyone, so I hope you all had a really good time at IMATS. I was going to wait to do this particular video, even though it looks very simple, it's still very classy, beautiful, elegant. You can put it together in a flash if need be and just pop on a bold lip and you are done and stunning. I decided to upload this right after IMATS just because it sort of ties in with my whole weekend. I went to a class with my friend on the 24th and one of my friends was teaching it, and so it's a really cool blush step in here. So I was gonna wait to upload it because it sort of jumps some of my work with my old blush application, but I figured since you're gonna see this look in my IMATS haul that I would just upload it for you guys now so you can get a chance to sort of see it right away. You don't have to wait since you haven't seen the sneak peeks of the other one. I don't want to leave you waiting, and I hope that you enjoy this this look, and thanks for watching. Alright, so to get started, I'm already prepped and primed my eyelids with Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden just to neutralize my lids. There's a little bit of concealer under the brow bone as well. It's just like a personal sort of brow shaping technique I do. It's not like necessary in the priming like aspect. So to get started on the actual makeup, I'm going to be taking Urban Decay's 24/7 pencil, and this is in Midnight Cowboy. It doesn't really like show up color wise, but you'll see like a champagne shimmer. It kind of reminds me of those glittery paint pots that came out with Chez. So I'm just gonna get that all over the lid. Next step, I'm gonna be taking Inglot's eyeshadow in number 467. It's just that really beautiful peach with shimmer. It's almost like a skin tone color. If you're porcelain, I don't recommend this for all over the lid. If you've got like a strong yellow undertone, you're like a nude or like a warm vanilla or a warm medium, then this would be a nice shade. It'd be a very bright highlight on like warm, like tan skin. I'm just going to take that up fairly far, not straight up to the brow bone, but just right about there. Stop. Now for the brow highlight, I definitely want to go in softer. I'm going to take a dupe of Max Brulee, and that's number 351. It's a matte. And I'm just going to take that same brush because there's just really no reason to get another brush dirty. At least not for me, but I know everybody's got their personal preference. So since I wash my brushes daily and I don't really feel like I need too many brushes, I just reduce where I can, and I think that's pretty nice. Now for the outer corner color, or the outer orbital bone, we're going to take a little bit of Inglot's 390, or in the camera would be nice. That matte brown right there. Sorry, my dogs are playing. They're not eating each other. So we're just going to place that in the outer corner. And blend that around. I'm just going to go in a circular motion and flick that in. Now for the very outer corner, I just want to make it a little bit more sultry and a little less like bright, wide-eyed doll like child look. I'm going to be taking a little bit of number 465 DS by Inglot. It's just a really sort of cool gray tone brown. It's almost like Max Charcoal Brown, but with gold reflex. So I'm just gonna That's what you get for not sleeping before IMATS. Alright, so we're just going to put that in the very outer corner. I'm barely gonna dab that in the outer corner. I'm not gonna go into the crease with this shade. This look would still work if you don't go into the black. This look would still work if you have skin tone deeper than mine. The brow highlight might be a bit much for a soft look though. That would be like my only thing I'd mention. If you have darker skin than mine, then I would take number 4, the first shade we took, number 467, all the way up to the brow bone. I'm going to take a little bit of the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof liquid liner. It's just a really nice waterproof eyeliner pen. I do like this brand. It's cruelty-free and has vegan options. It's a really nice quality brand. Their colors aren't super exciting to me, but if you like simple colors, I do recommend them. I think their products are super nice. So this is very similar to me to the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner and Trooper, except it's waterproof. So I can definitely feel like it a little bit more, but that's okay. It's actually just so nice and black and inky. Since I'm probably better known as the girl who always has to bust out the eyeliner pen. Now, hopefully my eyes don't water from tiredness, but I'm going to pull that out. This step is like optional. It obviously dramatizes the whole concept. You don't have to go that far with it. This is just an easy way if you feel confident with liquid liner to sort of bring the look up a couple notches. I'm going to take a little bit of MAC's Chromographic liner in NC25, NC30. Another option for this pencil is the Urban Decay Concealer Pencil. I'm just going to go on the waterline with that. Then I'm going to take a little bit of Urban Decay's 24/7 liner in 0, and we're just going to go into the outer bit only to sort of reconnect that wing so it doesn't look like destructed or taken like out too far, and then all of a sudden this nudeness, this kind of reconnects the whole thing. A fun thing you can do to sort of add some oomph to the look would be to take like a really pretty black. Wet n Wild has a lot of really pretty blacks that are very unique and have very unique shimmer to them. So if you don't have anything like Inglot's number 64, you can do anything like the Wet n Wild Blue Had Me at Hello palette has a silver shimmer, so it's a really wonderful black tie dupe. The Wet n Wild Petal Pusher palette has sort of like a charcoaly gray with like a purple shimmer to it, and then all those little mini trios have different blacks. So I recommend those. Those blacks actually, if the black falls apart in those, your whole palette's done basically, because that black is so inky. That's the only disclaimer about those babies. But if you don't have those then, or if you want an Inglot black, I recommend number 64 because MAC does not make anything like this shade. They don't make a black with gold permanent. So we're just going to go ahead and place that. And sort of connect it where the wing is. Once again, you really don't have to do this much liquid liner. I know I like liquid liner a lot. I'm very confident in cat eyes, but if you don't like it this extreme, that's perfectly fine. Then I took a little bit of my Ardell Invisiband eyelashes. These are in Lacies. I just put those on. They are Invisiband, so you really don't need to go over the tops of them with the liquid liner. I like to just in case. And then I applied a little bit of contour with my MAC's Weekend Cream bronzer, which I have already hit pan on, and I went to the Too Faced booth at IMATS and picked up the Too Faced Aqua Bunny to replace this, since I did love this so much, but this is no longer you know, a product I'm going to be purchasing and it's no longer even available. So if you like this look, I can do like sort of like a face routine on how I enjoy just doing a very soft natural contour. If you saw me at IMATS, I didn't really have any real extreme or really noticeable bronzer. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take a face powder, dust that on. You're gonna see the contour even less, but it'll still like be there and making the face a little bit warmer. Now we'll just add a little bit of blush. I'm gonna be using MAC's Pet Me. It's just a really soft, sort of nudie, neutral pink. You could take any neutral pink. Pet Me is not extraordinary. I think it's a really pretty color. So I had bought it when Fabulous Felines came out with the Palace Pedigreed portion, but mainly only because I did need a neutral blush at the time. This was a really nice color. So any neutral pinky blush. I'm going to go ahead and start right here in the center of my cheek and smile. I'm using the MAC 116, but any flat paddle brush for face will do. And then I'm going to go to the back. And then just sort of fuse that together now that that's on. And then just lightly buff it in towards the center of the face. I don't like to get it too heavy here, more like heavy back here towards like where the face would actually shadow back toward the hairline. So it's kind of a nice trick to wearing your blush pigmented without looking like ridiculous in person. I think my blush looks a little heavier on camera, but and I did apply it, you know, so you could see it. But yeah, just like that, not to really contour with, but just to follow the shape of your face. Since I'm angular, clearly it's going to follow my angles, but you could just sort of buff that out a little bit. I don't like to go too round because then it makes my face look even more square. I really learned this really cool trick like on the 24th, right before I went to IMATS, for my friend Sean. He's a makeup artist, about, you know, just getting the application right. Like, here's the back of the strawberry, here's the center of the strawberry, here's like the front of the strawberry going towards the stem. Sometimes strawberries sort of fade from like light to a very dark bottom, and that's just sort of how you get that. The bronzer is like the chocolate, and then we're gonna add the cream or whatever, so to speak. Now for the cream, I'm gonna be using an eye brush. You could use any blender you want. EcoTools makes a nice one. I do like the EcoTools one. I just have these beautiful MAC brushes that have been sitting around, and I just don't want to waste my products. So I'm gonna be using my MAC 224 and my MAC Chez Lame. This one is no longer available, but it's just a really shimmery kind of buttery color. You could take even an eyeshadow shade that's very soft like this, something along the lines of MAC's Rice Paper, MAC's Shroom, anything will do. If you don't want to use MAC, I know those Wet n Wild individual eyeshadows have great highlight shades. You can take those. Inglot has some great highlighter shades in the eyelid, in the, sorry, the eyeshadow form. So we're just gonna go ahead and dust that right here for the cream, barely like even underneath the eye. And you don't want to go too bright, because then you sort of lose that natural reflective property. You don't want it to be apparent you're wearing a highlight. Another trick he showed me is you can take a matte shade for like a highlight if you don't want it to be apparent but you want to brighten your face. Just take one that's like your skin tone or even barely lighter than your skin tone. Just get that natural, a very natural highlight. I'm going to take Urban Decay's 24/7 lip liner in Envious. Let me know if you'd like to see a review on these. I don't think I have yet to review these. These are awesome. I'm going to take the, I think it's the darkest purpley tone one they make. And we're just going to line our lips and fill it in. You can even wear these as lipsticks. if you want to take a redder one, they have Gash, which is kind of like the color of Sugarpill's Asylum Chromalust. So I'm just gonna go ahead and round out the Cupid's bow, fill in the bottom lip so it's also very pouty and round. Hang on, we'll just do that now. So just like that, I'm gonna line and completely fill in. I'm gonna take a little bit of OCC Lip Tar and Strumpet. It's like a really pretty berry color. So I'm gonna put that on. I'm gonna use my MAC 266 for that. This is actually a synthetic brush. MAC does have some synthetic brushes. We're gonna take a drop. And just really pack that drop down. You can disperse it more than that. I know most people do. I really like saturate it into my lips. So I'll continue with that. It's up to you if you want gloss, but I'm gonna take a little bit of MAC Fantabulous. I know Inglot makes these sort of duochromy ones as well. Any glittery stuff. Okay, so yeah, that's all for now. I really hope that you enjoyed it. It's been a while since I've done a pinup inspired full blast tutorial, so I hope that you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.